So to the surprise of absolutely none of my colleagues, I'm going to talk about golf. There is a huge battle going on in the world of professional golf that has great implications for marketing strategy and companies in almost every industry. Historically, the PGA Tour of America has been the one and only choice for professional golfers in North America, men professional golfers in North America who want to compete at the highest levels and for millions of dollars of prize money. But recently, a new upstart league is trying to seal away the PGA Tour's talent. It's called the LIV or LIV Tour. It's backed by the deep pockets of the Saudi Arabian government, and it's led as its CEO by former world #1 golfer and successful businessman, Greg Norman. Now, there's this concept in golf called playing it out. It assesses penalties to golfers who pick up their ball before it's holed out. The analogy I want to use is that both of these organizations, LIV and the PGA Tour, may not be playing out their strategies fully before they're being played out in the marketplace, and it's costing them penalties. So let's first talk about financial benefits between the LIV Tour, the LIV Tour, and the PGA Tour. LIV is offering much greater financial benefits to the players than the PGA Tour is. Most notably, a player can play, according to LIV, both on the LIV Tour and the PGA Tour if they want to play on both. However, conversely, the PGA Tour is kicking out any player that signs on with the LIV Tour. Now, LIV has used this opportunity to paint the PGA Tour as somewhat of an old-fashioned closed architecture, closed system, and have painted themselves as a more modern, sort of an open system kind of approach. And it begs the question, has the PGA Tour been overly reactionary in suspending players and knee-jerk? Because listen to this stat. In the last 50 years, there has been 18 startup sports leagues. There's been 18 startup sports leagues in the last 50 years that have challenged incumbent sports leagues in North America. Guess how many of them have been successful? 0. Over the last 18. So it makes you think maybe the PGA Tour was just being reactionary in suspending these players and bestowed a legitimacy on the LIV Tour that they would have had to work for years to earn on their own. But it looks like LIV is making some mistakes and not playing things out completely as well when it comes to their positioning strategy. See, LIV has a really strong positioning, okay? Their tagline is golf only louder. And this speaks to golf's next generation of fan who finds golf, current game, to be too quiet and too slow. However, the PGA Tour has tried to reposition the LIV Tour as dirty money because of its backing by the Saudi Arabian government and the reported human rights abuses, and most recently, the reported killing of Jamal Khashoggi. Now, as a successful businessman, as the leader of the LIV Tour, you would think that Greg Norman would have thought through his response to this dirty money claim. You would have thought that what he would do is say, hey, there's a separation between golf and politics, and then shift the conversation towards all the things that the LIV Tour is going to do to promote the future of the game of professional golf. But he didn't. He was taken by surprise. He, in fact, offered up a somewhat lame, somewhat flippant excuse for the Saudi government by saying everyone makes mistakes. That's about a 20-stroke penalty right there, and probably negated any of the benefits that they got from the PGA Tour's heavy-handedness. Here's the overarching lesson in all of this. All of these strategies and moves can be played out in the safety of a company's boardroom or meeting room prior to them being played out in the marketplace using an underutilized strategic and executional tool called competitive wargaming. Now, competitive wargaming actively puts your own employees into teams and into the shoes of competitors to model out and act out how those competitors might act in the marketplace and model the goals, the responses of your organization that are consistent with the goals of what you're trying to achieve. We've seen a 1 or 1.5 day commitment to a war game build on behalf of a company's strategy, that strong bridge to execution. Now, my prediction is the PGA Tour will win this battle over time. The incumbents in North America for professional sports leagues, they have too many advantages over the challengers. But this is contingent upon them not making any more mistakes. And that's the point of wargaming, modeling out what and how you can be attacked, having a strategic response ahead of time. We call it making your third move first. Try it, and we think competitive wargaming will become part of your company's planning processes because of its benefits. And with that,